Hi, it's Jen from Wolf Down Rabbit Hole, and this is my first Flosstube Extra. It is my mid-year WIP Parade 2023. I've gone through everything I've got project-wise. They're all surrounded. They're not out of the bags or anything, so there'll be a bit of crinkling. I do apologise. I've literally dug out the oldest, so I might make some decisions here whether they get DNF'd. And I've got some new stuff. This won't be a normal floss tube. There will be no updates on what I'm currently working on because they're pattern designs that I haven't released yet, or if I have released, they're finishes. And this is a WIP parade, not a finished parade. So I've got to figure out which is actually the oldest to show you. I can't tell you the years these were started. I have no idea. I'm really bad at keeping records. But I might even make some decisions about DNF and stuff this time around. I have 20 to show you. I think that's what I counted. So let's pick one, shall we? This one I think was around the age of 17. It is Friendly Frogs. I don't actually have the pattern, so this is probably a DNF. I did make some good progress on it though, so it's a bit gutting I haven't got the pattern because I got quite a bit done. Those of you who've watched my videos before will know I did Rainy Days, which is over there behind a cupboard somewhere. But yeah, I got loads done on this. Excuse me, but I don't know where the pattern is, so I think that's a DNF. I might keep it in my stash for the threads, use up the mass of thread. I never kept anything neat and tidy back then. It was, you know, starter stitching, all the things, they get shoved in the back of a cupboard. I mean, the pattern could very well be in a box somewhere, but this 100% is the oldest WIP I have, and it won't go back in the bag. And I believe, judging by the catalogue number, it was an Argos kit back when they used to sell designer stitches kits. So yeah, that's the first one. I've never done, I've never done a mid-year WIP parade before, so this is just going to be like raw unfiltered chaos because I'm not editing. This one I think was a kit from Readers Union. I do intend on finishing this. I don't know what it's called. It's a Flower Fairies kit. I have the pattern, but there is no name on it. Can't remember which one it is now. It's going to need a bloody good wash when I'm finished. And that's about, I'm halfway through. I have the pattern for this one. As you can see, it's very old, it's a bit grubby. But I'm about halfway through on this one, and it will get finished because it's got a bowhin needle in it, not the kit needle. I went through a phase where I decided the kit needles were too chunky and I didn't like the hand feel of them, so I went and got some bowhin needles. And there's my project bag, sandwich bag. Yeah, I need to get some project bags. That one's actually, that's going to be a finish. This next one, I don't know who it's by. I don't think there's anything on the pattern. There is no front sheet. There was no front sheet with this when I bought it. That's a Janlin kit. Egyptian pear. I don't know if I'll do the second one because I don't like the skin tone. It's too pale. I want it to be a slightly, I call it olive complexion. I need to do some research. But this is Tutankhamun. I have actually done some on this since I originally started it. I've started coming down here. It's going to look amazing when it's finished. There is a couple of errors in there. I believe all of this is going to have to be frogged and restitched because I'm sure there's a square wrong somewhere, but that's going to look amazing when it's finished. It looks amazing on the camera now. I probably should do the other one. I don't know if I will do the other one. You will see. So again, this came in a Reader's Union bag. Oh no, that's actually as I got fabric pouch, but yeah, this is where I keep everything. I'm not very good at project bag stuff. This will get a finish. Oh, do you know, that'd be amazing if I finish this year. This is going to be chaos, people. Just chuck it on the floor. The next one is this one. It is John Clayton Hard Frost, and I fell in love with this, and my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law chipped in to get it for me years ago. I went a bit guns blazing and then put it down. Oh, and that's how I've left the needle. Let's take that out. Yeah, let's just leave that knot in the back of the stitches pulling everything. Anyway, which way up would this be? I'm usually a top right starter or a middle right starter. I think it goes that way. And that's the progress on this. Some lovely colours, absolutely stunning colours on this. It's huge, absolutely massive. So it's going to be stunning when it's finished. I think I've got the Daffodil Path one that was free with a magazine as well. Or I've just got the chart for that one. But I do really, really want Canal Reflections because that's so pretty. But that's the progress on the John Clayton. When I'll get to this one, I do not know. What else have I got? Oh, this one I started years ago and I did loads on this. 2021? Jolly July 2021. I absolutely smashed a load of this out the park. It is Snowman and Reindeer. A DMC gold collection with all the threads like that. I hate these thread cards. I really hate these thread cards. But I haven't found a better way. There's my snowdrops because I'm not doing French knots. Yeah, I smashed this out of the park, Jolly July 2021. I got loads done. That's where it currently sits. So as you can see, there's not actually that much. There'll be loads of backstitch, but I think if I sat down, I could finish that in a month. Although I got a bit burnt out on it because I really, really, absolutely worked my socks off. Again, there's another bowhin needles wedged inside. I think all I've got left is the sky and a couple of birds up here, and then all the outlines and backstitch and a little squibble. So yeah, I've got two others of these as well. I think I've got a snowman that's on Navy Ada, and I've got Father Christmas one, I think. I know it was a started kit when I bought it off eBay, and I've unpicked everything because it was all wrong. It was all the wrong colour. But that is one of my oldest WIPs as well. This was a naive purchase about 2004 maybe? No, yeah, around 2007 or 2004. This was a very naive purchase. Anybody who's done this knows. This kit I think is the nemesis of many, many stitches. It's also the I really want to finish it kit for many, many stitches. I absolutely adore it. I don't think I've got much progress. I know I started it and I realised I made a mistake somewhere. So there's a strong possibility I will be frogging and restarting this bad boy. And that is where I am, right smack bang in the middle. It's the house, the needle bit. As you can see, look how crisp that fabric is. Literally, that's all I've done. You can't even see the hoop mark because it wasn't a hoop for a bit. But yeah, it's literally been folded away ever since. Actually, no, I don't think that even made it into a hoop. No, it wasn't. It was in a scroll frame because I can see the scroll frame mark at the top. This is another I will finish it one day project. I think, as much as I don't like the idea of WIP go, I might have to do WIP go, because on my last WIP parade at the beginning of the year, where I had all my grand plans of getting loads of things finished, I don't think I've actually worked on any of the projects I said I was going to work on. So yeah. Again, this is a dimensions kit from 2007, in Harmony. Stunning kit. This one is covered in cat hair from when my beloved little kitty was still alive, and I came downstairs and caught her sleeping on it. So again, do apologise for the copious amounts of animal fur. And that's as far as I've got. Oh, you can see the hoop marks in this one. With the token cat hair. And that's as far as I've got. It's on like not quite a navy, but not a royal blue as it's showing up on the camera. But yeah, my needle. That one, again, is another one I would love to have finished. As most of you know, Wolf down the rabbit hole. I am obsessed with wolves. I am also obsessed with dragons. I have no dragon cross stitch kits because I'm really fussy and I haven't seen one I like yet. But I absolutely love dragons. Dragons and wolves are my jam. This next one I think is going to be a DNF. I bought it and it was a brand new kit. Half the stuff was missing. There are no there's no brand of floss, it's just colours, and I've made a mistake. It is quite a pretty kit. I've tried getting in touch with the creators. They pushed me on someone else, and there was just never a reply. I think this doesn't even exist anymore. It's a Dimensions 1998 kit. It says down the bottom there, which I didn't notice before. So maybe, I don't know if Dimensions was... I tried getting in touch with Creative Accents. They were like, yes, not our problem. We sold the rights to that ages ago. We don't really want anything to do with it anymore. Fair enough. That's as far as I got. I don't know. I might DNF it, I might not DNF it. I don't know. It would look really, really pretty when finished, and I did put a load of work into this. I think when I picked it up before, I think I had about... Hang on a minute. I restarted this. This is on 18 count fabric. It was on 14 count fabric. I restarted it onto 18 count fabric because I wanted it smaller. There is a gap here that shouldn't be there that I could probably flub if I finish it. But I got really annoyed that like some of the colours were missing. But yeah, the colours are literally peach, coral, red, yellow, pale green. There's a code number, but I don't know what that code number means. I suppose it could be a DMC colour. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if I will DNF this. I don't know if I will finish it. But that is the progress on that. I mean, it is really pretty. It's not really my style anymore. I've seen much nicer lighthouse ones that I would stitch. So I don't know. Ooh, sorry, I'm making a mess and lots of noise. And the last oldest is an Oriental Fan that doesn't appear to have a... Yes, it does have a picture. This is a really, really old kit. I swapped the fabric out for 18 count Ada. I think I've swapped the fabric out for an 18 count Ada. I think it's now a Dimensions kit. It was a Design Works. I've kept the bamboo that comes with it. I went through a phase of loving like this aesthetic. When I was younger, I even cut the pattern up. Yeah, it's still got the bamboo, still in the plastic. And this is as far. Yes, I really did restart this because I remember working on the middle, and then I changed the fabric out, and that's my progress. I think I got a bit bored of counting and wanted to work on something else. So yeah, hopefully the next WIP parade, maybe there'll be progress. I do want to finish this, and it is on a better. It is on my jam. So 18 count. Yeah, not much to show you on that one. So those are the ones I know were starting back getting into cross stitch, like proper getting back into cross stitch. Put that down there. These are all since I started back in, was it 2019, 2018? I've stitched on and off since I was 15, but I really just sort of went, do you know what, I need a hobby, I need to just do something. I've got all this stuff, I'll get back on it. So obviously I bought all new stuff. So these are all what I'm about to show you now are projects from like 2019 onwards to 2023. Breaking, dropping things. I don't think this is going to be that long a video, you know. I was thinking it might be, but this one is, what's in the mystery bag? This one is a pattern I bought donkeys years ago, before Etsy existed, because you had to buy it through Facebook. It's not a coloured picture. Cute Patterns by Maria, Evening in the Shire. So it's not a very good picture, but if I think a few people, I think Noah Stitches has finished this. We were kind of doing a stitch along and they just blew me out the water. I was just like, yeah, I stitch a little bit of this as and when, and it was the first hand-dyed fabric I bought as well. 18 count. Didn't realise at that point in time, you order an 80 count, you don't get an 18 count, you get more like a 20 count. And I should have bought even weave because Ada for this pattern is a nightmare. But it looks pretty. This is Georgie fabric, and this is my progress. Let's see if I can. This is where I've got so far. It's mainly black work with a little bit of cross stitch in the middle. Don't think, if I sat down, I think I said this at the beginning of the year, if I sat down and worked on this for a solid week, I'd get a good lot of progress in. It is really tricky though on Ada, so if you want to stitch this, I strongly advise even weave. This is New Moon, Full Moon fabric by Georgie Designs, and I'm going to do the moon in glow in the dark thread, which I had sent to me by Noah from America because it was nowhere to be found in this country for like a year, 2 years. Every time I went to go buy it, it was sold out like everywhere. The next one is another one my mother-in-law bought me. Her and her friend came up and they got on the internet, which, if you know my mother-in-law, is amazing because she's terrified to touch anything. And they went on a website and found this Lupines kit of 2 wolves in the snow. This one is on my first ever gridded fabric, which I don't think I even paid attention to the fact it was gridded fabric. I don't like gridded fabric. I just find it's a distraction. I just like to count. My husband will be laughing at me going, yeah, but you can't count because you swear so much that I've lost count again. This is my progress on it. It looks really good. I mean, this is going to look amazing when I finish it. Very similar browns and grey tones. A lot of confetti. But it's going to look really, really pretty. That's the size of the fabric. So it's not a massive piece. I think it says it's going to be 27 by 20 centimetres, and this is 16 count Ada. So I like that. It's going to look really, really pretty when it's finished. And I'm going to finish it because my mammy-in-law bought it for me, and I love my mammy-in-law. I have the best mammy-in-law ever. She rocks. She's awesome. How many of you can say that? I got a cool mammy-in-law. This chart was gifted to me by Bar Stitches. It is Quaker Bee, and it will be gifted on when I eventually finish with it. And this is it. It's by Oriental. It's really pretty if I bring it up close. I can't unsee the wasp now though, since my husband pointed it out. But I like it. I decided to do it on 14 count honeycomb fabric from Claire Brown Cross Stitch that doesn't exist anymore. I think it's now another company. Somebody took it over and I can't remember what they're called. But this is the progress I made on it. I'm doing most of the called for. That in the middle, that bee is furry and it is hell, and I hate it. It's like I do one strand and then I do a bit of motif, and then I do one strand and I do a bit of motif. It's horrible stuff. It makes your nose itch. I think it's like Mohair or something, but it looks really freaking good. So, and it's actually quite a quick stitch apart from the middle bit. Apart from the middle bit. So yeah, this stuff is people who've watched me stitch know I use a lot of metallics. I know I don't mind working with metallic. I don't particularly find it the asshole that a lot of other people do. That, look how furry that is. This is the devil. This one, not so much, but this is the devil. I hate it. It makes me sneeze. It makes me itch. I don't know what it is, but it's freaking vile. Yeah, it's kid mohair. 70% kid mohair nylon mix. Ugh. So when I share the love and pass the chart on, if there's any of this stuff left, that'll be going with it. Because I ain't never using it again. And that shit is expensive. It is really expensive, so I want somebody else to get the use out of it that I didn't. I had a wallety envelope-y thing. Was it not? No, it wasn't. It wasn't in a wallety envelope thing. So yeah, I will be passing the stash. I will get a new Ziploc baggie because I was keeping it in a hoop in here and the hoop has worn the bag down. So there's that one. This is a long dog. Everybody's gonna laugh because it's the smallest long dog in the world. It's tiny. It is, there is a proper name for this. I can never remember it, but it's basically like the wolf howls at the moon at dusk type thing. There's going to be like a little cityscape down the bottom. It's supposed to all be in black with accent colours, but I've changed out the colour of the moon for a KLT Charlton Silver Moon floss. It's on a River Hut Designs piece of fabric. Using DMC 310. because I am a DMC 310 girly. Although I have lately gone and bought cheap black embroidery thread for the amount of black stitching I do. I don't really want to go spending a lot of money on black thread. Even if I am a DMC girly. Yes, Silver Moon and River Hut Designs. I will try and remember to put the names of these down in the description box. I can't guarantee I will remember because I suck at stuff like that. But that, again, won't take... Do you mind? There is a bird looking for bugs around the edge of my window. Yeah, that's a... what did I say? Long dog. Not a long dog. A little long dog. This I started last year and I spent an evening on it and I haven't done anything since. And it is a Mill Hill kit. I got quite a lot done. It's really cute. And then I put it away and I haven't pulled it back out since. Again, Mill Hill was scare me. It's like beading and stuff and paper, perforated paper and things like that. I'm a bit of a wuss. But yeah, that's going to look really cute when it's finished. I've got a couple of other Mill Hills as well. This one I started Christmas time with every intention of finishing it. It is I think it's a Lola Crow cross stitch one, and it's the Kraken at Christmas. You can't really tell from that what it is. I haven't got a picture to show you either. I did do the Nessie, and I was going to do another one because I got some little wooden heart frame things to finish them in. So this will get finished for this Christmas. There's my threads. This is where half of my stash is. I'm out like kitted up. I think, no, this I started last year as well. And then everything I show you will be this year. This has profanity on it. I'm not apologising because life. There's swearing in life. This is the Gamer Sal, and it's a Gamer Sampler. There's my needle minder. There's it's all bright colours. It's all like retro gaming stuff. So there'll be Donkey Kong barrels coming along here. I think there's Mario flowers at the top. You've got Brain Dead. But yeah, it's basically fucking game. Fuck, gotta restart. Blah blah blah. This is really fun to stitch on. Again, it's on 18 count black Ada because 18 count is my jam. I need to. This is for my stepson. That is for my stepson. This is for my stepson. And one downstairs is for my stepson. I've made zero progress here. I finished a Disney Princess one, no, a Disney in this house one for my stepdaughter, and I've made several other pieces. For my stepson, I seem to try to keep outdoing myself with complex. Not so much complex, but like Black Ada or size wise. I'm doing Epic Pokemon. I haven't brought it up because it's huge. There's no progress on it, and every time I look at it, it gives me the heebie-jeebies at the moment. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I'm supposed to be in a stitch along, trying to make progress on it. It's not going to happen. I might have to restart, I think, or maybe find something a little. It's the big circular one on Lord Libidan's website. It's all 151 original Pokemon. I was going to try and do a Pokemon a month in an attempt to get it done, and oh, I've just realised I have another project over there. 1 second. This was also started last year. Or was it started the year before? It might be the year before because Supernatural Cell was last year and this is Cryptid. Let's take it out. I'll take it out my Nuge. I love these new tubes, they're amazing. I would thoroughly recommend them, but make sure you get the Nuge ones and not the knockoffs, because I've heard a lot of people complain about the knockoffs, whereas I find it took me a while to get into how to use them, but once you get started they're brilliant, and I got the set of 4. This is the Cryptid Sal. I'm sure there should be a needle on here. Or no, it was because I put my needle minder on there. This is my needle minder from my friend Jo, Stitchy Cat Lady, who will be opening a shop, and it is a cabochon needle minder, and it's brilliant. I love it. It's beautiful. I will definitely be buying more, and I'll be showing it off more. It'll be on a load of projects because I'll be moving it around to projects, and I will be pitching a shop when it opens. This is on Lakeside Needlecraft fabric, and that is the progress I've made on cryptids. That's it. It's wonky and creased because it's been in the nudge. That is literally my cryptids. I haven't even started Supernatural yet. I need to get a hustle on. I need to get into a routine with my stitching. I get so absorbed into something, and I've done so many designs this year. I've kind of like put most of my stitching to one side, concentrated on designs, and not really kept up with anything or the plans I had. So that's the thing for the second half of this year. That's my cryptids. Yeah, as I was saying, Epic Pokemon is downstairs. I'm not going to show it to you. There is no progress on it. I don't think it's even been seen on this channel since I relaunched. Maybe in my next Flosstube. We shall see. This I started the beginning of the year. It was one of the last patterns I bought before I went on my pattern buying ban. No, it wasn't. I did actually break my ban to buy this because I saw it and I love it. This is Burn Kelso, or Kelso Burn. It is on a bubble fabric, which is really, really light. That's not showing up on the camera. Oh, kind of. And it's Kelso, and he's leaning over in his rainbow jacket, and it's got the word Burn coming out by here. I have all the colours. I need to get stitching. Shouldn't take me long because it's not a massive piece either. I picked the fabric because if anybody's watched that 70s show, they have like the scene cut pieces where they're jumping on a trampoline or they're blowing bubbles or they're, you know, taking helium or whatever, or there's giant like green and yellow flowers circling around, and the bubble fabric just kind of reminded me of one of the cutscenes. So that's Kelso. Can't remember the shop. Is on Etsy. And it's in my canny little fox notion pouch. It's super cute. This is my Gruffalo one, I think, yes, because the fabric on the inside is the Gruffalo. I have two left. I will show you this one. Yes. This is from the Spicy Stitcher Lynn. She gifted me this chart. It is Wednesday's window, and I went hard on this as soon as I got it. I got all the black outlining done, and then all I've got to do is the colouring in. And I got distracted by a design I wanted to do, and I haven't picked it up since. So I need to finish this because it's not. It looks a lot, but it's not. So you've got all the pale colours, and then all the darker colours this side. And I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. So yeah, I need to get that done. And then that's going to look really cool in a hoop finish. And it might replace Belle by there. And then Belle might go somewhere else when I like sort all my books and stuff out. But yeah, this is the one I used the black embroidery thread on. Something really weird happens when you use this black embroidery thread. I'm a knot starter. But I don't know, the knot was tight to the fabric when I pulled it through, and then it's like that much loose. So I'm going to have to hope I stitch those down. My back is a mess. But yeah, that, I love it. It's so nice. So yeah, that's on our Etsy shop, Spicy Stitcher. And then my last one is one my husband picked when I was going through all my charts. No, it isn't. It's the second to last one. My husband picked when I was going through all my charts, and I downloaded the birthday collab chart pack, and it's Sprouting Lupines contribution, and it's that, and that, oh, it will be, that will be there, when it's finished. And yes, I'm very aware how close to the edge I am. Anybody who knows me I like to play fabric edge chicken, because I'm an idiot and I don't like, I use yarn calculator, and every time I'm like, that's a bit close. And this is my first classic Colourworks bean sprout, because one of the threads called for was Fiberlicious, and to order that to the UK would have been ridiculously expensive, and stuff doesn't travel alone, and that would have just pushed the cost up, and I cannot afford it. So I went with this colour instead, and it does look really pretty. And then last but not least is a Pokemon Great Wave. Now, this chart you can't get anymore. There isn't really a colour key to go with it. It was off of Reddit. I'm stitching it on like a sky bluey, mottly fabric. It'll be the Great Wave, and then there will be, oh, see, I don't know the names of the Pokemons, but there's like the big wormy fish dude, and then there'll be lots of little fishies down the bottom. Gyarados. So I don't know. Anybody who knows Pokemon, big fish dude. Looks like a, you know, a take on a Chinese dragon, I suppose. But yeah, this is the Great Wave. I have looked for the pattern since. It seems to have been taken down. I don't know where you'd find it. It's possibly something to do with licensing rights. So I'll be working on this little by little. This is the other one from my stepson, so I'm going to have to figure out the colours as well. So I'm literally going to just be maybe RGBing the colours based on the thumbnail. I don't know. But yeah, that's the last one. And it was only 37 minutes. I thought it'd be a lot longer. I don't have 50 million WIPs. Maybe I need 50 million WIPs. Yeah, that's it. That's my WIP parade, people. That's 20 projects that I'm working on. One DNF'd because I can't find the pattern. 2 maybe DNF'd. I don't know. Can't decide. What do you all think? Do you think I should DNF the lighthouse? I'm definitely DNFing Winnie the Pooh unless somebody's got the chart for that and they want the half started kit. If you're in the UK and you've got the chart and you want that, if you want that, I'll send it out, because it's not my jam anymore. Yeah, let me know, because I don't think these colours, I think they were specially designed colours for design works as well. I don't know. And that, yeah, so that's my WIP parade, mid-year WIP parade 2023. Hopefully, if I do an end of year WIP parade, maybe we might be 19 or 18 or 17 WIPs, or we might be 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, depends. I've got loads of projects I want to get started. Technically, I'm 21 WIPs deep, because I'm working on a model stitch for one of my designs for this. Yes, there's no book in the sleeve because I have lent my friend the book, but I do not lend the sleeve. That is, wow, that is bright. This book is amazing. I recommend everybody go read it. I have a really big book hangover from this book, and I have 3 pattern ideas. I'm in the middle of model stitching one. I can't wait for book 2. But I will probably talk more about that in my next Flosstube when I have the model finished for you all. So that's it from me. I could probably be a lot more organised. It was kind of a put a survey up, lots of yeses, better get it done so I can get it done. I will see you in my next Flosstube, which will hopefully be in 2 weeks' time. I'll try and get one up for the beginning of August. Try and get back on my monthly track, because it's been so warm I haven't really wanted to stitch the last couple of weeks, and I've had other things to do as well, so I hope you all stay healthy and enjoy stitching along to this. If you want to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button. This is the bit I always forget. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, and please put a comment downstairs if you want to ask me any questions. If you're stitching anything I'm stitching and you want to talk about it, if you think I should DNF the lighthouse, let me know. Yeah, please like and comment and subscribe, that'd be great. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Happy stitching.